Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The More You Know. The World Taekwondo Federation just dropped a bombshell a couple days ago. There have been some changes to the sparring rules that were unprecedented. Let's call this update Shawnlee 2017 because I really want to thank Master Shawnlee for his continued support on patreon.com. If you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and check out my Patreon campaign. Just look right over there. Some key issues were addressed at the WTF General Assembly in Burnaby, Canada. First is lack of action during the match. 2. Too many stoppages during the match. 3. Improvements in officiating. 4. Rules are just too complicated. And here are the approved changes that will take effect starting January 2017, which addresses those key issues that they discussed. 1. All body kicks will now be 2 points instead of 1. So this means that only punches will be awarded 1 point. Now I see why this change was made, because after an athlete usually punches, he usually has to celebrate the punch like and then look at the judges and wait for the judges to score the punch. So the action sort of pauses after an athlete punches, whereas for body kicks, the athlete doesn't really need to wait for the judges to score them because they're scored by electronic body protectors such as Dado or KPNP. This change in Shawnlee 2017 doesn't only promote body kicks but also weakens the punch. So this also decreases the referee's involvement in the match as well. 2. 20-point gap instead of 12-point gap. If an athlete is ahead by 20 points at the end of round 2, he is declared a winner instead of stopping after 12 points. So I've been waiting for this change for quite a while because a 12-point gap really wasn't too hard to catch up to in 2 minutes ever since they changed the headshot from 2 to 3 and 4 points. So I like this one. 3. No penalty for pushing. I love this one. I'm usually a shorter guy when I'm fighting, so I find myself fighting out of the clinch quite often. My opponents usually get away with holding my arms or holding my hogo or just kind of straight up hugging while I'm trying to fight out of the clinch, but the referees don't really call it. So I'm guessing it's because most referees don't allow clinch fighting anymore because they've been trained to think that any sort of clinching means that I don't want to fight. It's considered as a stoppage in the match, but it's not true. Any referees, if you're watching this, please allow more clinch fighting. It's a shorter guy's only chance, or one of few tactics that's left to us now. 4. No more kyongos, only kamjang. Don't really get the necessity for this one. 5. Golden point rounds to be only 1 minute instead of 2. I really like this one because it really pushes the action. The athletes are usually under crazy amount of pressure to not get scored on, so most of them tend to be pretty conservative during the golden point round. So they usually start feeling each other out for about 45 seconds to a minute, and then they start kicking maybe once or twice because they're so conservative, they don't want to get scored on. So I think 1 minute is just perfect for pushing the action even during the golden point round, which tends to be usually a bit stagnant. 6. No more video replay for face kicks. This pretty much means that the World Taekwondo Federation entrusts the electronic headgear to do its job really, really well, because the coaches won't be able to dispute any headshots that the headgear might have missed. So I really hope the e-headgear really improves their technology, because there have been some questionable headshots that got scored or didn't score. 7. Strict rules for front leg actions such as leg blocks, kicking the opponent's leg, below the belt kicks. It may not seem like it, but this is a pretty critical change depending on how they implement it. For example, it's so ambiguous. How are they going to differentiate front leg techniques with front leg blocks, which is illegal now? Because when I'm throwing my front leg axe kick counter, it looks exactly as if I'm blocking with my shin. It looks like a shin block before I extend my leg. So does this mean that all front leg counters are banned? Also, what will they think about canceling? Because canceling is essentially hitting your opponent's leg, trying to cancel out their cut with your cut. So ambiguous rule changes like this really leaves a lot of room for trouble and a misinterpretation. And rule change number 8. If you wear a yunshirt under your uniform, the referees will give you 5 extra points before the round starts. To confirm this, I included the link. Overall, I personally like the rule changes in shawnlee 2017. I honestly think it won't change all the things that we think is ugly Taekwondo, but I really like the fact that they're putting in the effort to make these changes. It's like someone saying, hey, let's instead of walking, let's start getting around with this car that has rectangular wheels. It's not a circular wheel, but they're on the right track. They could have just very well said, hey, just get used to walking. Stop complaining, man. Just walk. Suck it up. So, I like it. I love the changes. Love the changes. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Most people want to see cut kicks go away. Those lanky cut kicks, slow kicks, they want to see all that go away. Not completely go away, but cut kick style should be an option, not something that every athlete has to learn. That kind of takes the fun out of it. It used to be such a creative combat sport, but now I feel like everybody sort of looks the same. So everybody wants to see the super fast, super strong doubles, triples, jumping side kicks, spinning kicks, all that stuff. But I'll explain in another video why this will be incredibly hard to achieve as long as we have electronic body protectors. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, click over here. If you haven't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed yet? Just do it.